The first step recommended by Reardon when blowing the whistle is to approach your immediate manager. Unfortunately, in Alderson's case, his immediate manager is the one who fired him, making it apparent that the corruption had surpassed this level and additional steps would be required. Step number 2 is to discuss the issue with your family. According to Reardon, it's imperative that family members know what's going on. Alderson kept his immediate family aware of the issues from the very beginning, but had to maintain some confidentiality regarding the case he eventually filed. This is also a good time to document activities and gather information. One suggestion is to keep a diary of conversations and other issues related to the case. Alderson felt confident that his refusal to comply with Quorum's dual cost reporting was the cause for his termination. Steps 3 and 4, take it to the next level and contact your company's ethics officer, don't necessarily apply in this case. If Alderson had discovered the fraud prior to his termination, these would have been logical next steps. He could have approached the hospital's ethics committee in hopes that they would see the error of keeping 2 sets of records. However, it's also possible that because Quorum was the management company's supposed experts, hospital management may have assumed that they were a better source for best practices related to the industry and overruled Alderson anyway. Mr. Alderson made an attempt at step number 5. He tried to go outside the usual chain of command by filing a wrongful termination lawsuit. It's possible that this route wasn't pursued because he knew that Quorum used the accounting handbooks of its parent company, HCA, which meant that the 2 companies must have had similar accounting practices. The problem was larger than he initially suspected, so going outside his chain of command, even all the way to the top of the parent company, still wouldn't get him to an unbiased party. Step number 6, going outside of the company, was the most advantageous step for Mr. Alderson. He learned about the possibility of filing a qui tam lawsuit after speaking with North Valley's former administrator, Mr. Jessup. Jessup explained that a qui tam lawsuit allowed an individual to file on behalf of the federal government. This is what Alderson ultimately decided to do. According to Reardon, the final step, if resolution hasn't been reached, is to leave the company. Because of his unwavering sense of right and wrong, Alderson was fired very early in this case and didn't have to make this decision. Other individuals without such strong initial objections may find themselves still employed by a fraudulent company, even after going through all the prior steps. Reardon explains that this situation can become so stressful that whistleblowers may decide they can't continue and may call it quits much sooner in the process. However, leaving the company doesn't mean refusing to quit.